Hello world, how y'all doing out there in the land of social media? I haven't been on here in a while. It's been a while. It has been, when I say a while, goodness, I don't think, ah, yeah, I've barely posted anything, probably in the past year or so. I know I recently posted something not too long ago, but that wasn't necessarily intentionally. I didn't have like some sort of social media stance, like I'm fasting from social. Just, I think everybody can kind of agree. Life gets to life and you get busy, and I don't always have time to check Facebook and stuff all the time, or just take the time to put something out there. But I'm out here, still living, still growing. And it's definitely been a while since I've done something like this, what I'm getting ready to do. And actually, I don't know if I'm saying it's been a while. I don't know if I've ever done it, to be honest. I don't think I've ever sat down and done this. And I'll get to what the this is in a minute. But I guess I just kind of wanted to say hello, kind of catch up. And for those of you who don't know, now I'm gonna introduce myself here, and most of you are like, well, why would I do that? Just in case some other people maybe see this that aren't friends of mine in real life. My name is Warren Allen. I am 37 years old, and I'm gonna tell you a secret. I kind of debated whether or not I wanted to say this publicly, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest here. Maybe I'm not by myself, but here goes. I'm still trying to figure life out. There it is. I am still trying to figure this thing out. I don't know if there's anybody else who feels the same, but I'll tell you right now, third person dialogue coming in 3, 2, 1. Warren doesn't have it all figured out. Warren's still trying to figure some things out. Warren's trying to make sure he taps into all the gifts that God has given him, and that I do everything I'm supposed to do. Man, I get everything I'm supposed to get. But yeah, I don't have it all figured out. And I'm going to get into why I'm not talking about this in a minute. But I would pose the question if there's any other men out there who feel the same, right? Because as men, I think a lot of times, man, we're kind of we're put in the category and the understanding of, hey, look, you need to be strong, you need to provide, have a goal, have a vision, know what you're doing, take care of your family, and these things are all good and true, but you're still trying to figure stuff out. You don't have it all mapped out. I know I don't. Maybe somebody out there does. If you do, and you're watching this, I need to talk to you. A lot of us probably need to talk to you. And this is why I'm on here in the first place. So, why am I on here? Well, getting to the point of what this video is, like why am I doing this? Why am I sitting down in front of a camera and talking? Well, it's because I believe God has placed something on my heart. And this is me finally being obedient and doing what I believe He is telling me and calling me to do. Which is, drum roll please. I am going to be on a new journey here, something I've never done. I'm going to be starting a podcast. Now, before I get into this, let me make this abundantly clear. I mean, crystal as Fiji and its natural habitat. I don't know if Fiji water is supposed to be super clear, but I thought that sounded good. This is not something that I wanted to just jump out and do. Okay. I was not super sold on the idea of doing a podcast. Why? Because everybody and their mama and their dog has a podcast. I was like, God, I don't know. Everybody doing that. I don't really know about about me jumping into the mix, but he had to get with me and arrest me. Excuse me. I don't know why I keep remembering but that's fine. That's real. This whole thing's gonna be about is being real, being honest. But he he had to settle me and being comfortable for me to do this, right? And he did. So it is my belief, I don't know it all, but he settled me with the fact of, hey, look, I have a voice, I have a perspective, he's given me something, and I'm just gonna trust him that by his grace, this is gonna help and touch who it needs to help and touch. So look, I am new to this, so I'm going to be growing as I do this. I'd ask for prayers, grace, and maybe even some participation. And I'm going to, so first, I guess I should really go into what podcast is going to be about, who it's aimed for. So, the Lord gave me this. This is going to be for the men. Okay, this is going to be, fellas, this is going to be for you. Now, ladies, who knows? Maybe down the road, he'll let me have like some honorary women guests on. But this is for the fellas, because I have discovered, man, that as men, we are projects that are constantly under construction, being built by the master weaver and orchestrator himself every day. Now, there's a whole nother sermon in that, I guess. That's a whole nother conversation about, allowing him, making sure you're leaving room for him to do the work on you, man. And I'm not here to preach, but I do want to, again, be obedient. And I want to help, but also help myself too. So the name of the podcast he has given me is going to be called the ISI Project. ISI. ISI? The ISI Project. What does that stand for? It stands for iron sharpens iron. And the scriptural foundation for that is going to be Proverbs 27:17. There's the BSB, Berean Standard Version. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. I believe that as a man, there are other brothers out there, other men that you can glean from, that you can learn from, vent to, help stretch you, give you advice. There's power in community. I believe that I've seen that, and I have started to understand, to have a better appreciation for that. So again, this podcast will be for the men. The ISI Project. Iron sharpens iron. That's something that, again, that God placed on my heart. I do believe it's going to impact those who it needs to impact. Now, again, this is my first time doing this, but I've had a lot of other first things that I've done for the first time, and I didn't have necessarily any full-blown experience. But I'm just gonna trust him, and we're gonna keep going. And I'm gonna see, as old folks say, see what the end gonna be. So I will keep moving forward with this. But that's going to be the mission for me with this, is to grow this. And what are we going to talk about in the ISI Project, right? So what will be the everything? Because fellas, we need help. I mean, I don't know about you, again, but there's things that I need to talk. And I think we need to do more of that. And we got to stop holding things in all the time. I know personally that's something that I naturally adapted to do, but I know I'm not the only man who does that. Man, how you doing? Oh, I'm good. All right, I'm good. No, I'm good and well. You're really not. You got a whole lot going on in here and in here, and you need to talk to somebody. You need to let that out. That's what this is about. The ISI Project is going to be, a safe place where brothers can learn, grow, heal if need be, vent if need be, and I'm going to talk about the full gambit. Everything from family, faith, relationships, finances, work, everything in between. How do you tap into what your gift is? Do you have a gift? Of course you do. We all have a gift, but what is it? That's just one. We'll talk about everything and anything. I want to do this. I want to accomplish this. I don't necessarily know how to do this. I don't know where to get started. I'm dealing with this. Day-to-day struggles. I want it to be, have that, faith-based, Christ-like structure, man, and mentality. But I'm not looking for perfection with this, not performance. We're going to be honest. I want to be spirit-led, but I want to be also real world, being real with the things that we're dealing with. If it affects men, we talking about it. That's what I want to do. That is the charge. That's what I'm going to do. So this is kind of my intro episode to what's coming. I'm going to be having some brothers on. I want to talk to y'all. Again, as I release this, if you want to, feel free to write under the comments, things that you might want to talk about. Maybe you want to refer somebody to come on. That's fine. I'll be reaching out to my circle. You're seeing this video. You might get called upon. So, I'd ask you to be prayerful, and prayerfully, you'd be willing to answer the call. But again, this is it. This is what I'm going to be doing. Going to be coming soon and get started on this. And yeah, man, I feel like men need this. And so I pray, my prayer is going to be that it touches, again, who it needs to touch. And it has been my experience starting to learn and realize that manhood isn't found by accident. It's built intentionally. And that's what we're going to do. Men, we're going to build. This is the ISI Project. We are all under construction. Let's build. I love y'all, man, and I look forward to building with you and seeing you soon. Welcome to the ISI Project.